your children prepped to know what to do in a school emergency? Save the Children provides tips to help in times of trouble through the Prep Rally. We're joining the team, so if it's a hurricane, tornado, earthquake, or other threat, kids have a plan.
1, 2, 3, here we go.
Dr. Freda Lewis-Hall, the Chief Medical Officer of Pfizer, is here today. She's also a member of the Save the Children Board of Trustees. Sarah also joins us. She's a member of their Get Ready, Get Safe team. And Freda, I want to start with you. Why do you think preparedness training is so important when it comes to kids?
Well, you know, when disaster strikes, children are amongst the most vulnerable. Families can get separated, children can be displaced for a long time and with limited communication. Now, at the same time, children can really play an important, powerful role in emergency preparedness when we tell them the steps that they should take and when they take those steps home to their parents.
Sarah, you're here. Tell us a little bit more about the work Save the Children is doing in this regard.
Save the Children works all around the world to protect children before, during, and after emergencies. But we really know the best way to keep children safe is to prepare before disaster strikes. Here in the United States, we've served more than 1 million children affected by emergencies since Hurricane Katrina struck over a decade ago.
And you actually, Sarah, have a unique way of connecting with the children?
So we play games, do activities, and do dances that help children learn the basics of getting ready for all types of emergencies. Disasters can be scary for children, and that's normal. Save the Children created the Prep Rally program to help children engage in preparedness in a fun and positive way so that they can remember what to do during an emergency.
We saw some of that in the video. Tell us about that concept.
So the Prep Rally, again, it's about getting kids up and moving and doing kids things to really learn emergency basic concepts and skills. So we're doing things like the untelephone game and a disaster supplies relay race. And then we also teach children a prep step dance, and that's what you saw in the video. So the prep steps teach children to know emergency contacts, to make a family emergency plan, to pack a disaster go kit, and to try to stay calm during an emergency.
Emergency contacts for kids is a huge thing. So, Freda, when you're talking about emergency contacts, what do the parents need to know?
Well, first of all, we call it ICE. ICE, that's right, in case of emergency. And children and their caretakers should know who to contact in case of an emergency or disaster. Now, parents and close contacts, of course, but that's not enough. Parents have to think about expanding that list of contacts of people that they trust in case a disaster strikes. And then where you keep those contacts is really important. So a lot of kids now have cell phones. And so if that's true, put the contacts in the cell phone, but this is also a time when you want to rely on good old-fashioned hard copy if your child doesn't have a cell phone, or even if they do, because in the case of an emergency, cell phone service can be disrupted, power can be lost, your child might not be able to get to that cell phone.
Family plan, so important. What should it include?
So every family should have a plan, and they should tell children what they should do in an emergency and what they should not do in an emergency. And the family plan should also include where we're going to meet if we're not together and disaster strikes or if we get separated.
So tell us about this cool go kit.
Parents can do these at home, very simple to put together. So you want to include essentials for hygiene. You want to include emergency things like maybe a first aid kit and a flashlight. Things for entertainment, if you would, or comfort. So you see some crayons and, you know, books, maybe a game or so, a teddy bear, a family picture.
What's the parents' role in all this?
So parents really have to think about how to be prepared for this. For example, if you live in a region, what kinds of natural disasters hit that region? What is the plan that the school has should a disaster strike? How would I locate my children in case the school or daycare center had to be evacuated? These are all things you want to think about and plan for before disaster strikes.
The key there is before. Make sure you talk to your children about emergencies, address inaccurate concerns that they may have, such as they're not safe at school.
Children should know that caring and trained people are there, and also there's a plan to keep them safe. You can go to savethechildren.org/get-ready. And of course, there's always information on gethealthystayhealthy.com.
Well, Freda, thank you. Sarah, thank you. And I've always wanted to be a cheerleader, so thanks for this great message. More to come.